Namaskar. In continuation of this unit, today we will discuss about different types of instruments used in mixing process. In previous lectures, we have studied what is mixing, different types of mixing, that is solid mixing, liquid mixing and semi solid mixing. I, Dr. S.P. Singh, Director, BSS College of Pharmacy, will continue this lecture. So, first equipment which we will study in today's lecture, that is double cone blender. Double cone blender, as the name suggests, in this two cones are available. Later on we will see how it looks like. So, first principle of double cone blender, at what principle this equipment is working. So, double cone blender is mostly used for the intimate dry blending of free flowing solids. So, basically this equipment is used for dry blending of freely flowing solid materials or solid powders. So, the materials which are blended in this equipment are intermixed How? Since double cone rotates due to the rotation of double cone. This double cone, the design of this double cone blender is such that it eliminates dead spots which occurs in conventional double cone mixture. The conical shape at both end, it enables uniform mixing and easy discharge of the product. So, this is the basic principle. First, it is mainly used for dry blending of free flowing solids. In this case, as the double cone rotates, mixture blender rotates, intermixing of particle takes place. It eliminates dead spots which occurs due to double cone mixture, and uniform mixing and easy discharge. The shape of the blender is such that uniform mixing and easy discharge is possible with the help of this double cone blender. See, this is the typical diagram of a double cone blender. In this diagram you will find that here one cone is there and this is the another cone. So, combinedly this is called as double cone blender. In this direction you see, this is the direction of rotation, these are the shafts on which this mixture moves. These are the two cones, first cone, second cone, that is why it is called as double cone, and this shaft is the axis of rotation on which this blender moves. So, as it has been explained in previous slide, it consists of double cone on rotating shaft. This rotating shaft is the place or we can say that it is the axis on which this blender rotates. So, in this diagram this is the rotating shaft on which the blender is attached. Okay. Generally, this blender is used for a small amount of powders. Powders having different densities, if we are mixing 3, 2, 3, 4 powders, then powders having different densities, those powders can also be efficiently mixed by the use of this double cone blender. Material is loaded and emptying is done through the same port. That means, from this port, if you are entering the material, loading the material, then same can be taken out or the blender is emptied by this from this point. So, single point is used for loading and unloading purposes. the rate of rotation of blender, it should be optimum depending upon the size, shape and nature of material to be blended or to be mixed. Means what is the size of the blender, shape of the tumbler and nature of material which is to be mixed. So, basing on this, the rotation of double cone blender is the speed of rotation of double cone blender should be fixed accordingly and it should be optimum, so that proper and uniform mixing can be achieved. Further, the rate of rotation is commonly ranges from 30 to 100 rpm. As we have already discussed that the blender should have optimum rate of rotation. So, this optimum rate of rotation means it should be around in between 30 to 100 rpm depending upon this blender size and shape of the blender also. In this case, mainly mixing occurs due to tumbling motion. Okay. Now, moving on to the working of this double cone blender, how it works, what happens. As previously it has been already explained that double cone blenders are mainly used for dry blending of free flowing solids. What? Dry blending of free flowing solids, that means those powders which are free flowing in nature, these blenders are used for mixing of that type of powders. Again dry blending, that means for dry powders only. So, the solids or powders which are blended in these units can vary in bulk density and in percentage of total mixture also. So, it has been external advantage of this double cone blender is that powders having different densities can also be blended in this equipment. It also depends upon the total mixture that is subjected for blending purposes. Means both these things can vary in case of double cone blender. Materials which are blended are constantly intermixed as the double cone rotates. Since as you see in the diagram, this double cone, first point, second cone. So, after one rotation what happens, this one comes to this point and 2 reaches to this point. Similarly, continuously this type of movement is going on. So, that means double cone is rotating. So, in this way, due to rotation of these cones, the materials which are kept in this are intermixed with each other. Merits of double cone blender: there are some merits, advantages of double cone blender. If fragile granules are to be blended, fragile granules means granules which can be easily broken down by applying a small amount of pressure. So, if fragile granules are to be blended, are subjected to blending, then double cone blender is the suitable equipment for blending of fragile granules due to minimum attrition between the particles. If this attrition is more, in those cases there are maximum chances that more granules can be converted into a finer particles. So, for fragile granules double cone blender is the most suitable equipment for blending purposes to avoid any breakage of this granules. Why this happens? Due to the attrition. Large quantities of powder can be blended with the help of this double cone blender, depending upon the by increasing the size of the blender or by increasing the capacity of the blender, large amount of powders can be blended. Easy to clean, load and unload. Since loading and unloading both are done through single opening or at same place. So, cleaning of these equipments or loading and unloading of particles is very easy in case of double cone blenders. This equipment requires minimum maintenance. Since the construction of this equipment is very easy, so loading and unloading is very easy, these are easy to clean. So, maintenance charge of these instruments are very much easy. So, these are some advantages associated with double cone blender. Now, demerits of double cone blender. If the capacity of blender is high or more or size of the equipment is more, so it needs high head space for installation. Double cone blender needs high head space for installation. So, it is a type of demerit or disadvantage of double cone blender. Not suitable for fine particulate system. This blender is particularly not suitable for fines, or if the ingredients having very large size difference in particle size. Suppose one ingredient is of this size and another ingredient of this size or this size. So, there is a lot many difference between the size of both the particles. If this difference increases, then it is not suitable for blending of that particles. Because why? Because not enough shear is applied in these cases. If powders are free flowing, then serial dilution is required for addition of low dose active ingredient. Serial dilution means we can go for geometric dilution method for free flowing powders and the low dose active ingredients for addition of low dose active ingredients. So, these are the some disadvantages associated with double cone blender. Now, uses of double cone blender, as it has been already explained that this is used for mixing of free flowing solid particles. So, double cone blender is used to produce homogeneous solid solid mixture. If both the powders are solid in nature, then it can be used to produce homogeneous, that means uniform blending of both the ingredients. It is used for effective mixing of powders and granules. Generally, granules or powders are used in the preparation of tablets, capsules, cachets. So, in those cases uniform mixing is required or effective mixing is required. So, double cone blender can be used for mixing of those type of powders and granules. this machine, as we see that the blender is having conical shape at both the ends, like probably this is the shape of blender. So, if you see the diagram, almost conical shapes are present at both ends. So, due to this it provides uniform mixing of granules in bulk amount. Okay. So, these are some uses or application of double cone blender, which can be used for mixing of solid solid particles or solid solid mixing. Next mixture is twin cell blender. This is the diagram of twin cell blender, or it is also called as V-shaped blender. In this case, the principle behind the functioning or working of this blender is mixing occurs due to tumbling action, due to tumbling motion. So, you see the shape of the blender, it is a V shape, and this is the direction of rotation in which it moves. After one revolution, this bottom side goes to upward and upward part moves to downward direction. These are the shaft on which the blender is attached, and its axis of rotation or movement of particle takes place. These are the cells. These are intensive fire bars which distributes the powdered particles, and again intensifier bar shaft is there, and another shaft is there, that is called as blender shaft. So, both these shafts are moving, which moves the blender. In twin cell blender, we are having two connected blending cells. That means, one is in this, another one is this type. Okay. So, two cells are connected to each other to form a V shape like this. So, intensifier bars are designed to break up the clumps of solids while the product is separated into two ends of V. You see that this is the V, or we can say that this is the blender. Here intensifier bars are connected, and this helps in the distribution of or breaking of solid clumps or lumps of solids while the product is object is moving. Okay. So, during movement what happens, the bottom part of twin cell moves to upward direction and the two legs comes to bottom direction. During this movement, this intensifier bar helps in breaking of these clumps of solid particles. So, further it consists of a horizontal shaft rotated about an axis, causing the particles within the mixture to tumble over each other or onto the mixture surface. In this way, this twin cell blender works, or this is the construction of this twin cell blender and working of twin cell blender. The charging of materials into the V blender is through either of the two ends. Since we are having two cells, so from either cell, from this one or from this one, we can load the product which is to be blended. 20 kg to 1 ton, that means a batch of 20 kg to 1 ton can be loaded for mixing depending upon the size of the equipments. Okay. So, see the capacity of this blender from 20 kg, a smaller size, to around 1 ton, means such a big size of equipment it is working. It is V shaped blender, that is also called as a twin cell blender, or we can say that twin cell blender is also called as V shaped blender. These are one of the most commonly used tumbling blenders. In these cases, material is loaded into the blender through any one of the cell. As the V blender tumbles or rotates, the material continuously splits and recombines. Suppose this is one phase, another phase step, it will move on to like this. This rotates and it changes to this phase. Due to this, the material continuously splits and again recombines. Here combination is there, as it moves into this direction, materials again they are splitting into these cells. So, this splitting and combination this carries out during this mixing of the particles. Tumble blender, it relies upon the action of gravity to cause the powder to cascade within the rotating vessel. That means, cascade it takes place during the movement of the particles. The recommended field of volume for the V blender is around 50 to 60% of the total blender volume. That means, whatever the size of the equipment is, accordingly you have to fill 50% area of this blender with the material to be which you want to mix, not more than that, 50 to 60%. 40% blank space should be there for uniform mixing of the objects. The product is collected from the bottom of the V blender. So, from here the products can be collected. Normal blending time are in the range of 5 to 15 minutes, depending upon the properties of matter or properties of material which are to be blended. So, it takes around 5 to 15 minutes for proper mixing of powders. Merits: V blender without baffle, large capacities are there, easy handling of materials can be possible, and minimum maintenance is required in case of this type of blenders. With baffles, if the blender is attached with baffles, then wet and dry mixing both can be done, high shearing force, and serial dilution is not required in case of blender if it is present with the baffles. Demerits: high head space for installation, these are not suitable for fine particulate system, serial dilution is required, and if baffles are present, then size reduction takes place, cleaning problem arises due to the presence of baffle, also sealing problem arises due to the presence of baffles. Uses of twin cell blender or V cone blender. Generally, this V blenders are used for dry mixing. If baffles are present, then wet and dry mixing both can be done. It provides efficient blending in short span of time, that is 5 to 15 minutes. This blender is used for pharmaceuticals, but not suitable for very soft powders or granules. If the powders are wet or soft in nature or granules are not properly dried, then this blender cannot be used. These are generally used for the food products, milk product, dry flavors, pesticides, herbicides, animal feed. So many different types of products can be prepared by using this V blenders. So, this is all about these two type of blenders, that is V blender and double cone blender. Thank you.